In the heart of Madagascar, nestled among the rolling green hills and terraced rice paddies of the Imerina highlands, lies a story whispered on the wind, a legend as old as the stone tombs that dot the landscape. It's the tale of the bone flute, a myth that speaks of love, loss, and the enduring connection between the living and the ancestors. Our story begins in a small village, where the homes are made of earth and the paths are worn smooth by generations of feet. Here lived a young woman named Ravo, known throughout the highlands for her kindness and a laugh that sounded like the rustling of bamboo leaves. Ravo was in love with a young man named Andrian, a skilled farmer whose hands were as adept at tending the fields as they were at carving wood. Their love was a quiet, steady flame, a promise shared in glances across the village market and in words spoken softly under the vast, starry sky. But happiness in the highlands is as fragile as the morning mist. One season, a terrible sickness swept through the villages, a fever that left sorrow in its wake. Andrian, despite his strength, fell ill. Ravo cared for him tirelessly, her days spent brewing herbal remedies and her nights spent in prayer to the ancestors, begging them to spare the one she loved. Yet, the fever was relentless. As the sun set one evening, casting long shadows across the land, Andrian's spirit departed, leaving Ravo enveloped in a silence that was heavier than any stone. Grief consumed her. The world, once vibrant and full of promise, became a muted landscape of gray. She would spend her days wandering the hills, her heart a hollow ache in her chest, visiting the stone tomb where Andrian's body was laid to rest among his ancestors. She spoke to him as if he were still there, her words swallowed by the vast, open sky. She longed for a sign, a whisper, any proof that his spirit was still near, that their connection had not been severed by death. One day, while sitting by his tomb, her tears watering the dry earth, Ravo noticed a small, smooth piece of bone lying near the entrance. It was bleached white by the sun and rain. An idea, born from desperation and deep love, took root in her mind. She remembered Andrian's skill with carving. With trembling hands, she took the bone and, using a sharp stone, began to work. Day after day, she sat by the tomb, carefully, meticulously carving holes into the bone. She poured all her memories, all her sorrow, and all her unending love into this small object. It was no longer just a bone. It was a vessel for her grief, a testament to a love that death could not extinguish. When she was finished, she held a simple, elegant flute. Bringing it to her lips, she hesitated. What sound would it make? Would it be a wail of sorrow? A cry of despair? She took a deep breath, closed her eyes, and blew gently. The sound that emerged was unlike anything ever heard in the highlands. It was not a sound of sadness, but one of profound beauty. It was the melody of the wind sweeping over the grasslands, the rhythm of rain on a thatched roof, the echo of laughter shared in the golden daylight. It was the sound of Andrian's voice, the warmth of his smile, the memory of his touch. It was the sound of their love, transformed into music. Hasiplayed, a gentle breeze stirred the air around her. The leaves on the trees seemed to dance, and the tall grasses swayed in time with the melody. Ravo felt a sense of peace settle over her for the first time since Andrian's passing. It was as if he was there with her, his spirit woven into the notes of the flute. The music was their conversation, a bridge between the world of the living and the realm of the ancestors. She wasn't alone. News of the magical flute spread through the Imerina highlands. People would gather from far and wide, not out of morbid curiosity, but out of a shared understanding of love and loss. They would sit in respectful silences. Ravo played, her music touching a chord in each of their hearts. The bone flute's melody became a source of comfort for the grieving, a reminder that those who have passed are never truly gone. Their memory, their love, and their spirit live on, not just in the tombs of stone, but in the stories we tell, the traditions we uphold, and the music that connects us all. The myth of the bone flute is more than just a story. In the Imerina culture, the connection with ancestors, the razana, is a cornerstone of life. Funerary traditions are not just about mourning. They're about honoring and maintaining a relationship with those who came before. The most famous of these is the famadahana, the turning of the bones, a celebratory burial ceremony where families exhume the remains of their ancestors, re-wrap them in fresh silk shrouds, and celebrate with music and dance. It's a joyous occasion, a time to update the ancestors on family news and feel their presence once more. The bone flute of Imerina captures the essence of this belief. It teaches that death is not an end, but a transformation. It shows that love can transcend the physical world and that through remembrance, art, and music, we can maintain our bonds with those we have lost. The flute, carved from a bone found near a tomb, is a powerful symbol of this. It represents taking something from the realm of the dead and turning it into a living, breathing expression of love and memory. The legend serves as a beautiful metaphor for the process of grieving itself. Ravo's journey from overwhelming sorrow to finding peace through creation reflects a universal human experience. She doesn't forget Andrian. Instead, she finds a new way to keep his memory alive, transforming her pain into something beautiful that can be shared with her community. Her music becomes a healing force, not just for her, but for everyone who hears it. Today, as you look out over the highlands of Madagascar, you can almost hear it, a faint, beautiful melody carried on the wind. It's the legacy of Ravo and Andrian, a timeless reminder that love is the strongest force in the universe, and that through the music of our hearts, we are forever connected to those who have shaped our lives. The bone flute of Imerina is a story of hope, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to find light in the darkness and create beauty from sorrow. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the myths of Madagascar. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the world's most fascinating legends. We'll see you in the next video.